Hello, FAQs 118 folks. Congratulations. You are in your first virtual meeting with me. This is a weird time. There's some weird stuff going on. I have never experienced anything quite like this in my lifetime, and I don't know of anyone who has, and I think some people are scared and some people are anxious and not really knowing what's coming next. And so what I'm hoping to do with this video is to try to answer some questions that I think you might have about sort of the future of at least this class, and hopefully make you feel more comfortable with the idea of taking classes online. I've actually taught several classes online before, just not at Ithaca College. So this isn't really particularly new for me, but I know that it's new for you guys, probably in large part. And so I wanted to let you know that my goal is to try to change things as little as possible. I actually felt like we had a really good thing going on in 118 this semester. I really felt like we were hitting, a good groove, and you guys knew kind of what was expected of you and things like that. So my goal is to keep that momentum going, and I think we can. I think we can actually do this class without changing very much. So let me tell you about I think what might be the biggest change. The biggest change is that instead of me seeing all of your beautiful faces every day, I'm instead going to be staring into the blackness, which is this webcam camera. So that's a little bit strange. I'm going to be talking to you through these videos. I'm going to hold our classes, it's called asynchronously, which basically means I'm going to make a series of video clips and post them and make sure that they're available by our normal class time, so you can watch them during your normal class time if you want to. But you don't have to watch them during that specific time. As long as you watch them before the next set of videos goes up, you're good to go. So that's kind of the plan. The video clips are going to be like the one that you're watching right now. I'm planning on posting them to YouTube. And so that's something we're all hopefully very familiar with. And in terms of just sort of the normal pattern, right? In our normal classroom, like I would talk for a little bit, and then I would send you guys up to the whiteboards, for example, and then I would talk for a little bit more, and maybe we'd do a lab or something like that. In a lot of ways, it's going to be the same sort of thing. I'm going to create a little video clip of me chatting for a bit, and what I actually have here, I can share with you. Let's see here. I have something physicsy I can show you. I actually set up a little doc cam rig just like the one that we have in our class with an extra webcam that I had lying around. And so I'm going to be able to write on here just exactly the same way that I was able to write in the classroom. And, I'll be able to move this forward and stuff, and you can still see my face in the corner. I made sure of that. I'm just using some software that Twitch streamers normally use. So hopefully that's all pretty comfortable. By the way, this is not our class. You don't have to worry about what this is. I'm just using this as an example, so don't panic. You haven't missed anything. So anyway, that's sort of the plan, is I'm going to make these videos, and then I'll post them, and I'll occasionally stop and say, okay, now I have a question for you. And this would be the normal thing where I'd be like, you'd go up to the whiteboards, but instead, you're going to work these problems out. And so I recognize it's going to be more challenging because you're not going to have other people to talk to. You're not going to be able to just necessarily raise your hand and have either Liana or I walk over. By the way, Liana is staying on as the LA for this class, so she's still going to be available, which is really great. And so instead, it's going to be basically me giving you the question and then providing you with hints. So I'd ask you a question, and then you'd pause the video, for example, and you'd start working on the question on your own, which I think is really important. Get as far as you can, and then if you hit a stumbling block, listen to the hints that I provide. I'm going to try to anticipate whatever issues you might have sort of as you go. And so I'll give you hints then, and then one thing I will make sure to do is go over every single question, kind of no questions asked. In the past, I used to like look around the room and I'd say, oh, everybody's got this, we can move on. I'm not going to do that because I can't guarantee that. I won't be able to have that immediate feedback the way that we did before. So I'm going to go through every question, and if you got it great, then you can move on and not worry about it. The really nice thing about videos is that you can pace yourself a little bit more easily. You can pause, you can rewind, you can speed me up or slow me down, and you have a little bit more control over those things. So it's actually a good thing if you think about it. So I hope that helps. Yeah, labs. Yeah, we'll still have labs. It's going to be a different kind of lab, right? But actually, a lot of the labs that I had planned for the rest of this semester were sort of simulations of lab software. And actually, simulations, according to the educational research, which I am very well read up on, says that these simulations can actually be better than the actual lab equipment in some cases because you're able to actually see the physical electrons move through a circuit and things like that, right? You can visualize things that you wouldn't normally be able to visualize with tangible equipment. So anyway, yeah, we'll still have some labs, and I'm still going to ask you questions. And I should mention that these notes that I write down, I'm going to post immediately after class. And so I'm going to scan them in exactly as they're written here, and like I said, post them after every single class. So what that means for you is that you can watch the video and even have the PDF of my notes side by side. I still recommend taking your own notes because that has also been shown by research to help you learn more, and kind of writing it in your own words and in your own format can be much more helpful than just simply looking passively at notes that are already written. But they will be there for what that's worth. So you will still have that. The other plus side to that is if for some reason you live in a place where you don't have great internet access and video is really hard for you, that's cool. At the very least, you have the PDFs. And so you're good to go there. Let's see here. So yeah, you can watch them anytime, anywhere. Because I assume that, maybe your schedules will be different than they were the first half of the semester. I'm going to post all the notes. Oh, yeah, so that brings me to, I'm going to be scanning in things for you. And as you know, you guys will have to hand things in to me. But obviously, you're not going to hand in the physical copy of your homework anymore. So we'll do things a little bit differently. What I am going to ask of you, and you can do this now if you want to, is there's a free app. Let me see here if I hope I can do this relatively seamlessly here. Yeah, here we go. There's a free app called Genius Scan. I really like this one. You don't have to use this one, but I personally really like it. And it's available for iPhone and Android. And basically you can take pictures of your paper, right, like your written homework or whatever, and usually it'll even automatically find the edges. Sometimes you have to help it find the edges, but then it converts it into a nice little PDF, which is perfect. It makes it so much easier for me to look at and grade than like gigantic JPEGs or whatever. So anyway, if you could download this app, because it'll make it possible for you to submit homework assignments and, any other written assignments, tests, and so on to me. Yes, I did mention tests. We will still have them. The tests are going to be very similar to what they were before. The format will not change. The amount of content will not change. The rough difficulty level will not change. The one thing that will change, and you should celebrate this, is that they are open book. So what that means is you can use your textbook, you can use your notes, you can use, the notes that I post, you can use the slides. Basically anything I provide to you or your notes or your textbook is okay. Things that are not okay are like just Googling the question on the internet, and looking at any results that pop up, talking to your friend about it, the usual things. Those are not okay. But yeah, using your textbook and so on is totally okay. All right. So there it is. There's the, that's what's going on with the tests. Oh, in terms of the textbook, maybe you just realized, oh shoot, I left my textbook at school. What do I do now? That's okay. You are, I'm sure, not the only one to have done that. I would not have brought my textbook home, I don't think, on spring break, as much as I love physics. So what I will do is, Pearson gave me copies of the PDFs. I will put them up on our Sakai site. We do have to keep them protected. Don't, I don't know, go sharing them with all your friends, as I'm sure you'll want to do with your textbook. But that will be available to you. So you'll have your textbook. I think that's it. I think that's everything that I thought of that you might at least have immediate questions about. I'm going to say more, obviously, during our first virtual class, but I wanted to at least give you some comfort in knowing that I'm going to try to change things as little as possible. I'm still here for you. I'm not just like a person out there on the internet. You know me. We can still chat with each other. And I hope you feel comfortable still asking me questions and so on. So it's just going to be a little different and probably a little bit more awkward as everyone kind of figures out the best way to do this. So I hope this helps. And like I said, I'll send out another email as we get closer to next week's class. But in the meantime, enjoy your extended spring break. There's some beautiful weather here. I hope you're enjoying it too. And stay healthy. I will talk to you soon. Bye.